Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. It is Friday, September 6, 2024. NFP Friday, we had the NFP results. There you can see it on this NASDAQ and the S&P chart. A very, very similar, almost identical reaction at identical levels, right? At VWAP, boom, boom, and boom, boom. See that? Almost the same. Flashing up towards 2.5 standard deviations, basically tapping it on the S&P. And now we have kind of flattened out here just a little bit, but been grinding higher after the initial sell down, spike up, rounding up, and then this grind on or above rising EMAs coming into the open. It is 9:28, 2 minutes until the New York Open. You will notice, if you haven't joined me for the last couple of days, that this is a little bit different. This is the two sisters instead of the three sisters. You're used to seeing the Dow here as well. NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow. The Dow is now gone. For the time being, if not permanently, I am moving from the three sisters to the two sisters, or the twins if you like, to follow the NASDAQ and S&P, more tightly related and correlated, also broader-based indices, 500 stocks and 100, tech-heavy, of course, in the NASDAQ, whereas the Dow is only 30 stocks. It's price-weighted. It is only industrial stocks and so on, and really has been marching to its own drummer. I also used to trade the Dow intraday as well as the S&P as well as the NASDAQ, depending on where the best opportunity was. I no longer do that. I haven't for the last probably almost a year. I've been focusing exclusively on the NASDAQ as my trading vehicle while analyzing all three sisters. The Dow has become less relevant. It's also very confusing for a lot of traders and a lot of my followers to try to decipher what the three indices are saying with its relative strength message and divergence and synchronicity and alignment and misalignment and disalignment and all these other things. And so I've decided to eliminate that one piece, and now it's just two things, the NASDAQ and the S&P. It's really just the NASDAQ, and then glancing over at the S&P just to see if it's supporting your trade idea or not, or my trade idea in this case. 20 seconds away from the open, I'm going to move you now to the daily two sisters, NASDAQ and S&P. Yesterday I had the Dow on here. I'm dropping the Dow for now on the daily chart as well, just to be consistent. So there's the daily sisters 1 minute chart with volume weighted average price. And here's the daily two sisters to keep it consistent. You'll see that we have a down day on both the NASDAQ and the S&P with a doji style and slightly up, slightly bullish body in this moment going into the open. We are actually open now, guys, as we speak, but a down day. In other words, the low is lower than the prior day and the high is lower than the prior day. Same thing on the S&P. So that's kind of the big picture frame coming into it. There's the opening 1 minute candle still playing out. We have 28 seconds left in that candle, and then we will have the 1 minute open range. You will notice, if you've been here a while, that I repeat almost identical things every day. It's about becoming a master of a single defined process, really repeating the same mechanical and logistical process, but also the same thought process. And so naturally, my words are going to sound very much the same because I'm thinking through and articulating, either audibly or internally, the same stuff over and over again. And in my experience, working with hundreds, if not at this point, low thousands of traders, directly or indirectly, traders who master a single defined process and make it very, very boring and routinized tend to do much better than those who kind of just do something a little different every day. I'll leave that with you, just some food for thought. We are inside the open range now. Nothing for me to do. Move you over to the power grid, guys. This is my main trading grid, daily 30-minute, 1 minute chart or a 30-second chart. Sometimes 2 minute chart on the right hand side. Normally it's a 1 minute or 30-second chart, quite frankly. I'm going to leave it on the 1 minute chart today. Very quiet open here after that initial flurry here, of course. Fireworks, a little bit of fireworks, minor fireworks today on the non-farm payrolls. That was at 8:30. It's now 9:32, about to start the third. There it is, third candle of the day on the 1 minute chart. I'll put you on pause for now, guys, and I'll bring you back. There's nothing for me to do here. We're just kind of resting at this point. Won't be doing anything here. No rushing this morning, guys. It's the end of the week. It's been a very profitable week and a positive week, green week for me and for many of my members as well. Nothing to do here. All right, guys, so we have now an inside body, meaning the body where prices are trading right now are inside the range of yesterday. Yesterday turned out to be a doji day, which means that the futures really opened and closed at the same level. It was a wide-ranging candle. We broke the high, did not break the low of the prior day. So again, I'm talking about Thursday here, right? Versus Wednesday. Now we are here on Friday. So relatively neutral to bearish stance here, at least earlier here with the daily chart. But we had that big rally from the non-farm payrolls. Now we're just sitting kind of thinking. You notice that? The last 30-minute candle, the body was a doji again. Here we're trying to move down just a little bit. We'll see where we go from here. I am watching the two sisters on a separate monitor as always, but not going to do anything here, guys. Actually, sell order here, guys, on the market, and there it is. If it pulls back, you'll see that entry again. I think you saw that. Stop above. Looking for 1R here, guys. 1R. Dropping down. All of a sudden, I saw that weakness come into the S&P at the same time. I'll show it to you in a second. But driving down. Actually entered that one at the market. But he could have also taken it on the break below. Now, of course, if I was streaming live, I might not have given you enough time to enter there if you were copying, which you should never do. But of course, this is not live, and so we're going to follow this trade through. Moving this zone up to here, 3 equal body highs, or relatively equal body highs, and rounding down in line with the bearish flip on the body and a bearish daily candle. Very self-explanatory here, guys. Kind of a sudden entry there. And there's no way around that. Sometimes you have to jump at the dance. I had just said I'm not going to do anything here, and then I saw this, and that was important to me. The sudden, after this rejection wick here, the sudden drop down. And this will end very quickly here, I think, guys, in a 1R win. Sorry about the sudden entry. Out of my nearly 1,000 videos, you rarely see that. So I can pretty much see my entries coming for the most part. But sometimes things change very quickly, and that big bodied candle there was one of them. Very rare that I change my tune so quickly. But I looked at everything at the same time, saw it, saw that, and then had to make that quick decision. Or decided to make that quick decision. How about that? But that's about being nimble in the dance, guys. And there it is. Thanks for joining me this morning. Happy Friday to you. Hope you have an amazing weekend. I may come back here for another trade. Who knows? It's still early. It's 9:39. We are literally 9.5 minutes into the session. Thanks for being here. Thanks for clicking the like button. We'll talk to you soon.